I can do taco bushu.
Taco bushu.
And like 2 other dances. I'll do some whatever. I'll see you guys later.
Hello again, folks. Before we introduce our next performers, just want to remind folks of the, especially if you just got here, if you need to use the facilities, we do have on the west side of the complex, by the gate that you walk through, if you just entered the premises, we have a portable facility in the northwest corner to my left, and also one to over my right shoulder, southwest corner, the portable facilities. If you have questions about anything about the Oregon Buddhist Temple, about the Obon Festival, about anything in particular, we have an information desk here, staffed by Todd and Joy, I see. They can answer your questions. Also, I want to provide a shout out to all the volunteers. Now keep in mind that this festival, this is the largest event, the largest fundraiser for the Oregon Buddhist Temple. I imagine Obon festivals are usually the largest fundraiser for their particular temple. There's no paid staff to put on this event. All volunteers. The heart of the volunteers certainly are the members of the temple, but also family members, friends, relatives, and also first-time volunteers. They see an opportunity on our website, or they hear about the opportunity, and they raise their hand to volunteer. So if you're here for the first time, or maybe the second or third time, and you think, wow, that could be kind of fun to not only enjoy the Obon Festival, eat the good food, have a good beverage, shaved ice, beer garden with a beer garden there in the northwest corner. I get my directions. If you want to help out, maybe work the counter on one of the food booths, serve some food, prep some food, then please talk to anybody who's associated with the temple, or certainly the folks at the information desk, and say, hey, I'd like to sign up for next year. Because if you didn't know this already, we have a tradition here of having our Obon Festival on the first Saturday of August, like clockwork, first Saturday of August. This is August 5th, about 4:35, and I think we are ready to get started. In about 3 more minutes, with the Aikido Club. But I just want to reiterate, going back to the volunteer part, that this could not happen with all the hard work of the volunteers. And so volunteers started prepping food, ordering supplies, putting together equipment, weeks in advance. Planning started probably, months in advance. Yesterday, all day, so many members and friends and family were helping prep food, chopping celery, chopping onions, preparing the meat, spam musubi, everything, all day and all night. Started again early this morning. We're grateful for the volunteer efforts. And if you are enjoying the occasion and having a good time, especially if this is your first Obon Festival, and you see a volunteer, behind the counter, tell them thank you. Tell the folks thank you for volunteering and putting this on for not only the temple, but for the community. The community of Southeast Portland, the community of Portland Metro, Portland, Vancouver, wherever you come from, whatever your background is, we welcome you and we honor your presence and we thank you for being here. By the way, it's getting warmer, so if you need hydration, grab some water. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if you need first aid, we have medical professionals on site. So let someone know that if there is an issue, and we will address it as best we can. Just a couple more hours for the Obon dancing. It's a highlight of the festival. So we'll get back to you in just a minute with the aikido club. Thank you. Okay, welcome back everybody. Once again, my name is Randy Choi. I'll be your Master of Ceremonies, or MC, until about 5:30. And then I can jump in line and get some great food. Oh, thank you very much, Todd. Appreciate it. Is that for me? Yeah. Oh, thank you all. Yes, thank you, Todd. Enjoy. Appreciate that very much. All right. With that, I want to direct your attention to the main stage, which is like our fancy main stage there in the middle of the parking lot. The Aikido Club of Oregon, we appreciate them being here, and I turn the floor over to them.
Hello, hello. So welcome. Thanks for your attention. We are Aikido Hibiki. We're Aikido Hibiki at the corner of Foster and Powell. We just opened our doors a couple of months ago. And right now our members are just showing kind of what we do in a usual class. So Aikido is a relatively new martial art. It's pretty well known in the US, like the way of harmony or the way of peace, path of peace. So there's a philosophy of nonviolent resolution of conflict, nonviolent resolution of opposition, no competitions. Because we do not have any kind of contests or competitions, it's very much sort of the goal of doing it would be to improve yourself, develop yourself, and develop a sense, an eye to look at yourself. Whether that's your physical balance, whatever you're doing with your partner, or more esoteric things like what you're doing with your energy. So at Aikido Hibiki, we have a strong, I would just say, characteristic of doing things softly and gently. We take care of each other and also encourage or emphasize a quality of resilience and bounciness. We don't want to just be there like a statue or a mannequin or a crash test dummy, crashing each other or throwing each other on the floor and things like that. We want to study the relationship with our partners during each technique that we do. Another thing about Aikido in general is we do forms practice. So these are pre-decided forms. The instructor, myself, would be just saying we are doing this attack in this form and we cooperate and do that form. Even with the cooperation, you can probably see right now, like there are many things to iron out and figure out how to make it better, how you make yourself better. A lot of our practice a lot of the format of our practice centers around wrist grabs. One convenient way to think about it is if you think about strikes and wrist grabbing and grabbing the body, you can think of these as different ways of distance. You're standing a different distance from each other. So it's a very nice way to begin because we have contact to begin with. If you think about if someone's coming to strike you, you're not touching them to begin with. That can be a little bit daunting for some folks, and like I said, we're trying to emphasize how to study and become reflective. And today we have a really small space that we're trying to stay inside of, so you can maybe appreciate how we are sort of being mindful of not just our relationship to the partner, but relationship to our surroundings. Whether it's the edge of the mat, the walls, the people, imaginary people practicing next to you. So this capacity to adapt and notice is pretty important. The ability to notice is, of course, related to the ability to keep a quiet mind. So we practice how do you keep a quiet mind. So again, the physical aspect, the mental aspect are both very important to us. And in a moment, I'll step back on the mat and I'll demonstrate a little bit, but just to preface that, so some of our techniques are throwing or projections. So that would be sending partner into a roll, and some of our techniques are pins, where we're trying to just pin our partner and end of the technique. And at times you will see me stopping or pausing, or maybe you already did see me waiting for partner. So like I said, we're not practicing with statues or mannequins. We're practicing with live partners, and we want to help each other figure out how to respond and how to be resilient and how to stand back up, how to respond and react and adapt. And realize each person's own ability capacity to be alive. So our members will go back to showing a little bit of what they do in normal class again, forward and forward. We usually, in case you haven't noticed, we do take turns. the person falling down, the person doing the technique over and over and over and over. So again, there's no contest, no competition. So it does invite a reflective sort of stance. You know, you come into the dojo to do something for yourself, basically. It's not to get some, you know, the proverbial trophy or some external reward. At the same time, you know, we do build just by, you know, the natural course of things, a relationship. We build community and trust with each other. And you, based on trust, you can, of course, study deeper. If we're all on the same page, we have a similar stance of what we're trying to study, then we can help each other. If it's always a chaotic sparring type of situation, then maybe we don't get on the same page. We're trying to figure out how to thwart each other, prevent each other, and that leads to you know, different directions. So we want to help each other and figure out how to make things work and study the relationship. Again, softness is very important. How to develop a quiet mind is very important. And at Aikido Hibiki, we emphasize these things. So we'll wind down in the next couple of minutes. That blue mat is pretty hot. So yeah, maybe 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll wind down. Thank you very much. Again, we're Aikido Hibiki. We're basically at the corner of Powell and Foster. We opened up just a couple of months ago, and we do have adult classes, children's classes. During the summertime, we did have an introduction series. That was like a series of 6 or 7 classes, and likely we'll do the same again starting around sometime in November. But please, please, please come by, observe anytime, come watch class anytime. We are currently doing adult classes Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and currently kids Sundays, working towards Mondays as well. And teaching also at Richmond Elementary School as one of their after-school Aikido classes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aikido Club. You know, it's getting very warm out there, so to demonstrate, perform out in the main stage, it's not easy, so we thank you. Let's give them one more round of applause for being here, the Aikido Club. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Please grab something cool to drink, some food to eat. So the next scheduled performance is the Portland Taiko student group. I think they're starting to assemble. We know that parking around here, I wish we had a better solution, but we don't. So appreciate your patience dealing with the parking challenges around here, like most places in Southeast Portland. So they'll be performing about 5:30, followed by the performance group at about 6:30, And if you've never heard taiko drumming before, it's going to be a special treat because you will hear it twice. 2 great performances, all here on the main stage at the Oregon Buddhist Temple. I encourage you also to check out, especially if it's feeling a little warm out here, to go inside to the temple and check out in the basement the gift store that we have. And we are selling a variety of items, including books. There's artwork in there. There is kimonos, yukatas, poppy coats, as well in the omiyage store. We have a silent auction. I do not know when the auction closes. So if you're interested in trying to secure some kind of fabulous prize, go check it out. Also inside in the lobby of the temple, there are haiku poems